was kind and he was courteous even when he was robbing a bank. That came from that heritage. If you've all heard the saying, you train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old he will not depart from it. That includes while you're a bank robber, because he grew up with a father who was a pastor. So John Dillinger had a relationship with God, and he loved his family so much. There's a lot of stories in my book, and I won't tell a lot of them right now, but one of the stories is right before he was killed, John crept home. I think he saw a veterinarian and one of the desperado doctors, and John was shot, and he couldn't go to the hospital, and he came home to the family, and Frances climbed up on his lap, and they were just holding each other, and she opened up his wound, and he was bleeding. It was like one of the last times she saw him alive, and he just told her how much he loved her, and I think what I would want everyone to know is that love, that if we could all have that same love that John Dillinger had. You don't think about that when you think about him as this iconic bank robber, but he really was a very loving person, and I think that's why he was so likable.
Amen! 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 Where's Pat Butler?
Right here!
Yeah. Pat Butler is a well-known long-time journalist in this neighborhood, and he's going to give us a little bit of info here on how the neighborhood looks upon John Dillinger.
Yeah, I'm doing a story for Inside newspaper, which covers much of the north side tonight. And one of the reasons our paper is interested is because of the fact that this guy has become a kind of a local icon. He was a bank robber, but he was a little bit in the minds of many people more than that. During the depths of the recession, something that we can relate to today, there was a guy who never took any money from any individual person, only from the banks, who were not exactly the heroes of the day. Sound familiar? The truth of the matter is, and I'm not proposing him for canonization at this point, but the truth of the matter is...
Let Mother Teresa in. Albanian dwarf.
The truth of the matter is that here was a guy who contained a lot of the same elements of good and evil that's present in all of us, and that if, as this lady says, there's hope for John Dillinger, there's light for John Dillinger at the end of the tunnel, maybe a few of us other wretches can look forward to the same type of thing. Anyway, this has taken on all of the elements of both a pilgrimage and a festival. I would have been here even if I weren't doing a story on it, because it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I think we're all out to have a great time tonight, treasure his memory in whatever way we choose to do that, and if a few bankers want to wince at the very thought, that's not going to cause me to lose any sleep. I don't think it'll cause too many other people here. We do live in familiar times. Thank you.
Thank you. Amen, Pat. Now, I know we got people way out of the area. Terry, how far did you drive?
From Indianapolis.
From Indianapolis.
Hey,
Okay.
Australia.
Australia.
The beer.
I got relatives there.
The beer.
Sent there. On the Queen. On the Queen ship. Are you a cousin of mine?
Hey, we need to have
You guys are going to do the beer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go down under.
Anybody else from way out of town that wants to be recognized? Where? London.
Oh, I don't know. That's a
France. Where Johnny Depp lives.
Johnny Depp's here? No.
I want to introduce our pipers tonight, and we have the, God, he's infamous in this town, famous. This is Mike Dietz.
All right.
We used to only have one piper, now we've had two the last few years, and this is Louis Fuller. And people say, why Scottish bagpipers? Because Amazing Grace is best done with bagpipes. And we have it in good authority that Amazing Grace was sung at Dillinger's funeral, and it's the sentiments of that song we're going to pipe John Dillinger across to the other side. Would you guys like to do a song or two before we start?
Sure.
We're going to do a couple songs now, but then we're going to start our procession.
Let's channel some Dillinger.
Go for it, Louis.
By the way, after our event, we're not closing. You know, we're just going to stick around here, leave it safe. It's time enough to allow us to By the way, remember, you will have nothing but 7 years of bad luck if you don't pay the piper. Pat Butler? Where's Pat? Pat, you've got the perfect hat for it. Would you like to solicit the piper's pence here, like Peter's pence?